4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Cars and get offered that kind of thing, like to compromise themselves sexually for entertainment.
I was as shocked as anybody about how powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no. You follow what I'm saying?
They'll figure out some way.
Right, so I thought that didn't apply to me because I don't care about none.
But let's talk about the Diddy trial. So, so many celebrities continue to be name dropped during this explosive testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Whitney Houston's been named, Mike Myers, Mariah Carey, a few A-list stars who came up during the testimony during the 3rd week of Diddy's sex trafficking and racketeering trial.
Katt Williams sensed an opportunity when Diddy's arrest made the news in September. He proceeded to Instagram stories, published an AI mashup of Puffy's mugshot and Wesley Snipes' mugshot from New Jack City, and said, "Diddy about to snitch on everybody." That joke erupted online. Fans all across the world were saying the same thing. Diddy is the only one who will flip to rescue himself. But Katt didn't just make one joke. Do you remember Katt's previous podcasts when he would casually mention people like Tyler Perry, Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey, and Ludacris? Back then, it felt like little personal assaults. But some of those same names, Jay-Z, Aaron Hall, Harv Pierre, and more, are in the real court papers against Diddy. Katt wasn't simply kidding. He was leaving hints. And now, we're going to trace the links between a federal scandal and stand-up comedy.
Club Shay Shay, yeah. I was trying to do something there that hadn't been done. I thought that I had figured out the algorithm mathematically, and I thought that I could show that. And when I wrote it out to kill the careers of the people I was talking about, right? But it was so vicious that I erased all of the knockout blows and just left the jabs, so that the comic I'm talking about knows that I know your real story. Motherfucker. I'm gonna tell this, but you know what else I know. So, yeah, I was.
Do you want to tell any of those stories now?
Well, I'm saying.
Every time you turn around, at every iteration of his success, be it the plays that took over and got him popular, be it the shit that he did on TBS, be it the first movies that he did, be it the movies that he does now. So what is his excuse for doing Madea content now?
Because there's an audience for it. There's an audience for it. There is an audience.
There's an audience for it.
Tyler Perry told his male actors they're not allowed to consort with me because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler. And you were having a glorious time. I spent a lot of time in Miami, and I snuck around Star Island quite a bit.
So Katt Williams said it. The lawsuit started coming out right after he said it, and he said all would be exposed. He heavily implied, and this is again an allegation, that Lucien Grange was having some sort of a homosexual relationship with Diddy. So he is the person that controls Diddy, that Lucien Grange was aware of these parties, that Universal Music Group was aware of these parties, essentially that Diddy is the thug and the gangster working on behalf of Lucien Grange. They did not know that he was reporting them. I mean, when I read through that lawsuit, Rodney made it very clear that he had hidden cameras. And if you are a person like LeBron who says ain't no party like a Diddy party, you got Ashton Kutcher talking about what happens at Diddy parties stays at Diddy parties. And finally you learn via the press that actually Diddy has been collecting collecting evidence on all of you and you don't know where those tapes are, that will buy your silence for quite some time because you're hoping that if you keep your head low, you're not going to be revealed as one of these people that was engaged in some of these acts, whether they were heterosexual or homosexual, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're just cheating on your wife and you don't want that to get out into the public. Maybe you were, as Katt Williams described it, in one of the rooms. He said you could just walk around the house. He said this on stage years ago, that you could walk around the house and you would see people engaged in various sex acts. And again, Katt Williams was someone who was dismissed as crazy and dismissed as a drug addict. And it turned out that, or it seems that if these allegations are proven to be true, and I believe they are, then he was telling the truth.
Do you think that like stars and get offered that kind of thing, like to compromise themselves sexually for entertainment?
I was as shocked as anybody about how powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no. You follow what I'm saying?
They'll figure out some way.
Right, so I thought that didn't apply to me because I don't care about nothing but bitches and good business, right? In these scary situations, I don't even leave it up to me. Like, I'm gonna do what the superhero would do in this part of the movie, regardless.
That's a good way to think about things in general.
Yeah.
What would the superhero do right now?
Katt began with Tyler Perry. On the surface, it appears like a comic slinging shade when Katt laughs that Perry can't play a guy to save his life. But beneath the joke lies a secret few people realize. When Perry began working on his first independent screenplays, it was Diddy's staff that stepped in. They helped finance his initial flicks, organized premieres in LA and New York, and gave out VIP invitations to stars clamoring for a glimpse. Those early boosts aren't in the headlines, but they show up in the small print. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Medea's Family Reunion. Perry would not acknowledge it, but his launch pad went via the Bad Boy playbook.
I heard that you bought a military base in Alabama. Is that true? A military base?
As starving comedians would do.
Now, I don't know if you're being truthful or not. Did you really buy one?
Yeah, Fort McClellan. Yeah,
What?
because the reason why like my life works in golf and off the golf course is because I follow instruction well, right? Mm-hmm. So if I see somebody do a good job, I just want to do a good job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow the example.
Yeah.
Right? So Tyler Perry got a military base.
That's correct.
Made it into a movie studio and started making movies. Katt Williams.
Bought a military base. Are you making movies?
I'm not wearing dresses. Yeah, making movies.
When I'm in the club, G, though I know the thugs be wanting to slug.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented.
Up just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live.
Did you go to a Diddy party?
Yeah, but now keep in mind.
I'm going to.
In all fairness, there are different kinds of Diddy parties. I've seen Diddy parties where children were there. I think don't go anywhere alone. I swear to you, if you have the rule of not going anywhere alone, if somebody say, yeah, me and my boys were hanging out, I end up with a in my ass. It's like, where?
I know Christian isn't lying, but I need him to tell me what happened to my friends. And I don't care how long it's been since I talked to them, they will always be my friends. Always. Tim and Durrett and Lamont Rucker were not the same after they went on camera with Tyler Perry. Christian, I think you can tell me why.
Who else? Ricky Smiley, who learned the ins and outs of the business at Diddy's secret Atlanta gatherings. Those weren't open parties, they were invite-only evenings. Puffy's staff handled the guest list and gave out the guest credentials. Ricky got on that list. From there, he worked and talked his way into radio positions and a successful TV program. Katt stated that Smiley only shines in a dress, but the joke cuts deeper. And it hints at how Ricky's climb to popularity transpired via Bad Boy headquarters, long before he ever took up a mic.
You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? And Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract. That's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words